For a while. Tonight I was tired and I did just let me stand. But anyway, Emma was born here in Gretna. She was very privileged. She had a lot of money. She had beautiful clothes and she was just a little star. And several things happened that changed that. Her husband died before she was 40. He was a gambler. She had a lot of debt she didn't know about. Her house burned down. Lots of things happened. And then what she did was pick herself up. She started a restaurant. Excuse me. Thank you. She started a restaurant and it grew into one of Gretna's biggest businesses. It was called Whitesides. And everything that happened on the West Bank at one point happened at Whitesides. So the house, the front bar here, when you first came in the Red Maple, the house itself, the original, that was Emma's house. And her grandchildren turned it into a restaurant after she died in the 60s. But she solved things like when a house burned down, she couldn't pay the $6 light bill. When Alge's electric man climbed the pole to turn her power off, she threatened him with a shotgun and he changed his mind. Another time, she was, very politically connected, her family, from years and years. Her husband at one time was a deputy under powerful Sheriff Marrero. So anyway, she was mad at her neighbor, Mrs. Brightman, who lived across the street, and she held a hostage with the shotgun for 6 hours. Miss Brightman couldn't leave her house. So Miss Brightman sent word to the sheriff and said, you need to come, I'm being held, I can't get out. And he sent word back and said, take some pickets out your back fence and go on and leave your property because I can't help you. So Emma didn't end up in jail after all, but the Brightmans moved shortly after and she got what she wanted. Same thing with Mr. Brown's cow. She really didn't want to shoot it. She told him to stay out of her yard, keep the cows out of the yard, and they just wouldn't listen, so she just took care of that. So that's how she went through life, and she's just one of those characters that we proud of in a way, and we kind of admire in a way, and it's like, oh my goodness, in a way. So anyway, there's some more like that. Her cousin Charles Kerner is on tour tonight. He's one of the characters. He had a gambling establishment, so that was a little interesting. Enjoy yourselves on the tour. Thank you, and maybe one time they'll let me go back on my tomb and tell you the whole story.
Your cell phone at this time, that would be wonderful. Okay. This is my first time to be the head tour guide, so please bear with me. I've always been with Cecilia, and she is not able to be here tonight. My name is Ellen Goins, and we have Susan Bro. She is also with me tonight. And Miss Donna, right back there, right? Yes, there she is. Okay. So if your cell phones can be turned off, are they going to be a little while?
No, they were coming.
They're coming?
He was, when they were walking out, he was going in the front door, so they come.
Okay, just getting their ticket, getting their armband.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which ran a little bit late.
Well, we hope that everyone enjoyed their evening, the food, the drink, and tonight, this is my 5th year here, 4th year to be a tour guide. It's just an amazing experience. It truly is. My husband is from this area. I'm not. I'm from Abbeville, and we've been married for 35 years. So his parents are in here, and we just recently moved to Ponchatoula to be near 2 of our sons and their families. So if you laugh, that's fine, but we will be back here one day, right over there on, I think it's Mercy, that little road. That's where we'll be one day. So we will be back.
Not too soon.
Not too soon. No, I don't want to be back too soon. I want it to be many years. Yes. Here they go. Okay. All right. Okay. I can get started. Again, my name is Ellen Goins. Susan and Donna will be helping me tonight. So if you have any questions, please feel free. On behalf
Please speak up.
Okay. On behalf of the Gretna Historical Society, welcome to our 6th evening of tours here at the Hook and Ladder Cemetery. Our goal tonight is to entertain and inform you with stories of some of the people who built our community. This is not a ghost tour. As we wind through sections of the cemetery that is over 150 years old, we will stop and visit 8 tombs where presenters will tell you stories of these people. Tonight, we celebrate their lives and celebrate the effect they have made on our community. The cemetery was established in February of 1858 when the Gretna Hook and Ladder Fire Company No. 1 purchased 3 lots of ground for a fireman's public burying ground. In January 1882, 3 more lots were purchased. The area, now called the Modern Section, was added in 1937. We are currently in the Modern Section. The cemetery appears to be divided into 11 segments. This Modern Section has named paths and cross streets. The burial plots are nicely aligned. The older segments are more of a jumble. Some paths and cross streets are marked on map overlays, but none of the actual street name markers remain in the cemetery itself. In Hook and Ladder Cemetery, as is typical of old cemeteries in the New Orleans area, most of the dead are buried above the ground. In tombs that range from the very modest to most more ornate sites finished with marble or granite. There are at least 900 burial locations here in Hook and Ladder, and according to Catherine Chamberlain's Book of Tomb Inscriptions, as of 2010, there are approximately 1,565 internments here. The earliest burials were in the late 1850s. And of course, you've already turned off your cell phones. We are now going to begin the tour. Please watch your step as there are many uneven areas. So we will go this way. God bless you. Yeah, I have to bring up the